Millsy and Kez, hear what they say, just between us, no need to fuss, they keep it real, help you to heal straight up. Millsy and Kez, straight up. Millsy and Kez, straight up. Millsy and Kez.
Woo! I love our song.
It's so I like it at the 1.5 time. It is snazzy,
Yeah.
it's upbeat. It's like la da da ba 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 da, ba. Love it. Love
Yeah.
it. Thanks, Bron and the ladies. Oh, what are their names?
Velour?
The
Is it
Velours.
Velour?
That's right.
Friends
Love
of the show.
Friends of the show. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. So I've noticed a new background music.
I've
What's going
shifted
on?
my desk slightly. So previously I was facing directly into a window and I liked looking out, but I found that the way the sun would sometimes pierce my eyes, and because I quite often still get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and tune into a webinar in the US because part of my coaching that I did with the adult chair last year, it's called Monday mentoring, but of course for me it's 3 o'clock in the what is it 2:30 a.m. Tuesday morning because it's like lunchtime New York time.
Yeah, Tuesday tutoring.
Yeah, there you go. And I would feel like with the lights on and being right in front of the window, I just thought, nah, I feel a bit exposed, if that's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I thought, no, I'm just going to so instead of facing that way, I'm facing this way.
Gotcha.
I thought that way, I want to put some shelves up and stuff behind me and do some stuff, but I thought, oh no, I'll just whack this up now. Yeah, and it's actually my desk that's on an angle, not the picture. It does look wonky, but it's because I'm actually on a fold-out card table until my new desk arrives, and my desk is actually not sitting
all
straight.
Good. I wouldn't have noticed, but now you've told me that's all I can see. It's all I can see.
Exactly. So the picture is not
you've
wonky.
activated my reticulator activating system, whatever it's called.
My laptop is by, see. That's what it, yeah, okay, whatever.
No,
whatever.
The focus does not depend on how straight your computer table is. It's all good.
I know, right? But I'm just rejigging my room and I've got different things around me now and I'm loving it. So I've got my shelves and my desk are going to be coming and
you're getting into the field. Do you have an open G center in your human design?
Do I?
Yeah, like random question, I realise, but it is quite relevant to
let me tell
the
you,
whole adjusting your environment.
The G center, is that the one under the throat?
Yes.
Yes. No, it's lit up, as in it's coloured
in
my chart.
Okay, all right then, cool. Because I was going to say, like in your human design, if it is undefined or not coloured in, your environment does make a big difference in your energy. So when it's defined, it's pretty much like wherever you are kind of thing. It's like wherever I lay my hat is home. Like you're pretty comfortable anywhere.
Yep.
So you're fairly flexible. Like you don't allow things to, because you're boop, 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 you're emanating your own identity out into the world. But with an undefined G center, you're actually taking on the energy of the things around you and amplifying it. So if your environment, it doesn't feel good to you, you're not going to feel good.
Yeah.
So I thought maybe with an undefined G center, it could be like really important for you to shuffle all your stuff around and to have it feel really aligned.
I do like a sense of order.
Mm-hmm.
I've always liked a neat desk. I mean, there might be piles, and to the layperson, it might look a bit chaotic, but I know where everything is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm just logging into my human design app because every person who has ever crossed my path, I've got their chart.
Yeah. Oh, you'll definitely have mine then.
Yeah, I'll definitely have got yours. Yeah,
and my husband's and my 3 kids.
Yeah, I've got them all. Got them all, baby.
Yeah.
There we are. Let's just have a little quick squeeze. I mean, your line 1 does play into a lot of what you do, like as in like it's a foundational line. So yeah, organisation safety is a priority for you as well, and organisation to a certain extent.
Right.
So the line 1 definitely plays. a
So
big
I'm a
one.
5-1, aren't I? So is my line 1 in the unconscious?
It is, yes, that's right. Yeah. So it's kind of like your soul's quest, I guess, in this
To
lifetime.
have a bit of order around me.
Yeah, yeah. It's very foundational, very based in safety, very much there's safety in knowledge for you.
Oh
So
yeah.
that's why you've got more degrees than a thermometer, because you find safety in knowing
In
things.
knowledge.
And it's
Being prepared.
yes, absolutely. And you feel like you need to know all the things before you can teach it effectively. So there is safety and security, and from that you can get a lot of confidence from that, because I know what I'm talking about because I've done the course, I've got the t-shirt, got the certificate there. But it's very much you can play into imposter syndrome with the line 1 as well, because it's like I don't know enough. They're going to find me out.
Yeah.
So,
I think I flip-flop a bit between the two of,
yeah, it's
I know
definitely
what
the
I'm
shadow
talking about. And
side.
it's like, oh, I know a bit, but not enough to pull it off.
Yeah, yeah. And so you'll over prepare for a lot of things that you don't need to, because you know your stuff, this
Yeah.
stuff. So yeah, so it's interesting.
Yeah. And I've been doing that thing that we've spoke about another episode, I think, where it's like collecting the evidence
Hmm.
that I do know what I'm doing,
Yeah,
reassuring myself that to embrace it and to not
yeah.
feel that I'm not prepared.
And that actually segues into something else that's really interesting as well.
Hmm.
It's the amount. So when you are gathering evidence that you know enough about enough, it's usually when you're in like a really relaxed state, right? So when we're chit chatting back and forth, you'll just come out with pearls of wisdom from something that you've done a few years ago, and it's like come to the surface, and it's like when you're in that flow state, it just comes really easily.
Hmm.
But when you put excess importance on needing to know stuff, that's when it kind of slips your mind and slips through your fingers a little bit as well. So, when we're chit chatting like this, quite, it's flowing, it's easy. There's not a lot of, there's not a huge consequence if you don't know something
Yes.
in this back and forth. But say we were in front of a room of like 100 people and you're doing a keynote speech on something, a lot more importance is stacked up.
Yes.
And so this is all this book that I've been into, this reality transurfing book. They talk about putting excess importance on things and how nature will introduce balancing forces into things to create equilibrium again. So when we put excess importance on something, we knock out the balance. And so to bring the balance back, the thing that we really, really, really want will be taken away from us. So it's like, but goes back into balance. If you put excess importance on a speech, it's like you're going to stuff it up, and then you're going to be like, oh, God, well, I stuffed it up anyway. But the balance goes back. It's like, oh, well, there's that then. So, but the charge, the emotional charge is out of it because it's done now, kind of thing. So it's interesting. It's kind of like if you had to walk on a wire on the ground, no big deal. You could walk on that wire, but put that wire up in between two skyscrapers. The importance is already it's a lot more invested. So yeah, it's all about coming at those sort of things with no big deal energy. It's like, yeah, if I fail, I fail. If I don't, I don't. It's all good. Either way, I'm good. So it's like coming into it. So that's a really good way to look at imposter syndrome. If you are a line 1 in human design, or even if you're not and you have imposter syndrome, go into things with a like, meh, if it all goes pear-shaped, I've got this. I anticipate it's going to go well. If it doesn't, I'll be okay. So going into things with no big deal energy, not putting excess importance on it to keep things in balance as much as possible, so you're not increasing the charge and bringing in those balancing forces to knock things in. What do you think about that?
I like it a lot. And that, just as you were saying all that, I think that I've relaxed a lot with that vibe, because and that's what I was just thinking about right then as you were saying that. I think that was me to a T. Like I'd be over prepared, over researched, but it wouldn't necessarily flow because it's coming from rote memory stuff rather than coming from my heart.
Yeah,
because that would be my, I guess I'd want to make sure that I was appropriately prepared for whatever I was doing. So the nervousness. But I think as I've done a lot of inner work and become more prepared, my nervous system is a lot more regulated. I don't care as much about the outcome. I mean, obviously I want great outcomes for everyone, but I don't place as much importance on it because I know it's all part of the journey. And if bad things happen, then it's happening for us, and there's a lesson to be learned in that. So bumpy roads are okay. And the more I understand that, and the more I know that, and the safer I feel within myself, the less I care about that stuff.
And a lot of that does come with doing things over and over again as well. So it's getting that confidence, getting that evidence of like, oh, I stuffed that up, but look, hey, I'm still here, I'm okay. So
and you learn more from your mistakes than you do from getting it right a lot of the time.
100%.
So when my kids make mistakes, it's like, that's excellent. I'm glad you've learned that lesson, or I'm glad that you've had that experience, because me just saying, oh, if you forget to take a jumper and you're going to get cold, if I keep saying take your jumper, and they, oh, whatever, mum, but if they're cold because they didn't take a jumper,
exactly. They're going to be like, oh, remember that time when I went to that froze my ass for 3 hours? Yeah, not doing that again. Exactly.
So they've learned from their mistake rather than me telling them what their mistake might be.
Yes. Yep. Always the experience. The experience is like the thing, isn't it? That cements everything. So love that.
Because we always want a smooth path for our children, like, or for the people we love. But letting them experience the bumpy road it's part of their journey.
100%. For sure. Especially I've got 2 line 3, so both my kids are line 3 6s. Line 3 is all about experimentation, things happening to you, and getting that experience and learning from it so you can teach others as well. So they're line 3 6s. So line 3s are all about the experimentation. The line 6 up until age 28 to 30 is basically line 3. So they've got both got a double whammy of experience, and life needs to happen to them for them to for it to actually sink in. Like, they are here for the bumpy road. They are here to learn from mistakes. If there is such thing as a mistake. So
I just looked up mine. I've got Charlie's a 3 6, Isla's a 4 6, and Oscar's a 2 4.
There you go. So both of your girls. So with having the 6s and was it
a 4 6 and a 3 6?
So Charlie with the 3 6, at this stage of her life, it's all about forgetting your jumper and freezing your ass off. It's
natural consequences.
Absolutely.
And I am letting go.
So and that's the best way to like, they're not going to know. There's no point in they'll want to pull apart a radio, and then they're not going to know how to put the radio back together again. It's like, that's their journey. It's like, oh, well, let's see how this goes. Like, that's pretty much her life, especially up until 30, is going to be, let's see how this goes. And just dive in.
Actually, I'll ask you about manifestors, because we had that chat last episode about how you're wondering whether, because is Ashton a manifestor? Is that right?
Ashton's a manifestor,
as is my oldest Charlie. So whether they're put in our past, or they're in our lives to create a little bit of chaos for our journey, and we can't get away from them. Like
they're definitely, when you're a parent of a manifestor, it's definitely a journey in letting go.
Yes.
Because manifestors are here to do, like, they've just got an instant knowing, this is what I want to do, and you just have to get out of their way. They're energetic hurricanes. And as parents, it's really hard because we want to keep them safe, and we want as you say, their journey to be smooth. But with manifestors, they are here to just do what they do, and they're just going to do it whether you like it or not, and they will find a way to do it. So there's that whole strict parents create sneaky kids.
Yes.
That's manifestors. If you try and cage them in or box them in, they are going to find a way to climb out of it, punch.
Yeah, it just makes them good liars.
Exactly. So yeah, so manifestors are just here to get the downloads and do the thing. So they are really the only type in human design that can just initiate and just do. Whereas, generators and manifesting generators wait to respond. Projectors need to wait for the invitation. Reflectors wait a lunar cycle. So, but manifestors are the only ones that really just download, go kind of thing. So in that respect, they are the revolutionaries and they are like the fire starters. They will start the fires and start the revolutions, which can be really challenging as a parent because you want to keep them safe. But yeah, they will be going off and doing their own thing. And like perfect example the other day was took Ashton to his PT session and we wanted to get him to do his exercisey stuff, but he got this idea in his head. He's like, I'm going to make a movie. And do you think we could stop him making that movie? Like there was nothing we could do to get him back in that room. He was just like, if we didn't let him go, there would have been a massive scene. So what you need to do as a parent of a manifestor is say, how can I help you? Because oftentimes manifestors, because they just get the download and they want to do, they're going to find a way to do it. And they will often not tell you what they're doing because they think you're going to stop them. Because they think you're going to say no and you're going to block their path. So that's why the manifestor strategy is to inform. It's to tell people what they're doing so we can then help them and support them because they've got the undefined sacral and they might not have the energy to see it through. But yeah, the key to having a manifestor is to be really open and non-reactive about what they're going to tell you that they're up to, and then say, okay, how can I help you? So in the end, like after a few attempts of trying to get Ashton into the room to do his thing, I was just like, okay, Ashton, do you want me to hold the camera? Like, what can I do to help you to move
let's get this thing moving. If it has to happen, let's just get on with it.
And that's exactly what happened. And then he posted it didn't post it on our podcast. I had to take it off because I'm like, Ashton, that's not what the podcast is for. But he created this whole movie and he was so proud of it. But that's how manifestors work. They get the download and they have to do it. If they don't do it, everything is out of whack and out of alignment with them.
Yeah.
So I hope did that answer your question?
Yeah.
I mean, they're definitely.
So, I heard this saying, I think one of my old bosses said it to me once. It's like, ask forgiveness, not permission.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's something you can apply to a manifestor. It's like.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't ask for permission. Just keep me informed.
Exactly. And like oftentimes in a lot of the human design teachings that I've partaken in and listened to, a lot of it is like manifestors are liars. And that's only because they feel they need to be because they know that their ideas are so forward for their time, are so ahead of their time, that they think people are going to shut me down, so I'm just not going to tell you. So I'm going to lie about what I'm doing. So you're looking over there while I'm actually doing the thing that I'm meant to be doing over here. So, yeah. So manifestors can be very sneaky, but it's all in the name of they want to do what they want to do.
It's being authentic to themselves. Keep doing what they're here to do.
Yeah. So as a manifestor parent, just be really open, be really non-reactive about what they're going to tell you, and then go, how can I help you?
Yeah.
And that's going to help them. That's going to teach them that informed strategy of like, okay, when I tell people, they're not going to stop me. They're actually going to help me and support me. And then that's going to help them to be the best version of themselves and move in alignment with how their energy is meant to work.
Yeah. An example of that the other day. So Charlie just had it in her head that she had to have like a frappe or something from Macca's. So she told me she was going to go for a walk. I didn't know obviously about this urge she had. She just said, I'm going for a walk, Mum, back in an hour or something, going for a walk. I'm like, oh, love, all right, off you go. And then because we do the Life 360 thing on the phone so I can see where she was, and I saw, oh, she's at the bus stop. Okay. We've got a Macca's like 10 minutes car, down the hill. And all of a sudden I couldn't see her on Life 360 anymore. And I don't make a habit of, following her every move. I really don't. But I just thought, I wonder where she's gone. Like, has she gone for
if
shop?
she's left the house, I check my child. Yep.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Just again for safety, not to stop her and thing. It's like, yeah, go for it. Yeah. And then all of a sudden she was offline. And I thought, oh, okay, I bet she's either gone to Marion or gone to Macca's, because she's done this a few times. And then then she got home and she got back into the home Wi-Fi, so then her signal came back on. And I just made a guess. I just said, get what you wanted at Macca's, did you? And she's looking at me like, how did you know? How did you know? It's like, well, I'm not an idiot. And also, don't turn your location off, because the whole point of you having this is if something happens to you, I know where to find you. So she was lying to get out of whatever trouble she thought she might be in for going to Macca's. I don't give a shit if you go to Macca's or not. What I do give a shit about is turning your location off so that you're not safe should anything happen.
I mean, she probably might have thought that you were going to say, oh, take your brother and sister with you, or, you know, can you get
bring me back some nuggets? Yeah,
that's it, exactly. Yeah, so she probably thought it's just easier just to
probably.
It's that perfect example. She's thought there's something that was going to stop her, block her, slow her down. So she was like, I'm just eliminating.
I'm removing the obstruction.
Exactly. So I can just do what I want to do.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Very interesting raising a manifestor. It's very important, I think, to know what design your children are.
Yeah.
Because it just helps you to be able to parent them a lot better. Like, I know with Ashton, he's single definition, he's emotional, but yeah, being a manifestor, I know just to take my hands off the wheel and just help him, just keep him safe, but keep my hands off the wheel as well. Keep just a safe distance to watch him and make sure he's not doing anything crazy, which is often with my Ashton. Often is it crazy? Is it inappropriate? Does it include taking clothes off? But with Lila as well, because she is an emotional generator with a triple split definition, it means that she needs a lot of time to process things, because she's got 3 lots of circuitry to move things through before she feels like she's fully processed and understood things.
Right.
And she's a generator, so she responds to things. So it's my job to bring her things and say, hey, what do you think about this? Or like different options. So like just now when she goes, I'm going to go to East Lane, I said, well, you can go to East Lane, yes. Or would you like to wait an hour and a half and I can take you to Knox? And she had to have a good think about that. And then she's like, oh, and like she's still here. So she's obviously thinking she might come to Knox with me. So who knows? But yet knowing that she needs things presented to her, needs to try it because she's a 3-6 profile. So she needs to immerse herself in it to know how she feels about it, whether her sacral is going to light up about it, and then give her the option of the yes or the no. So trial periods are perfect for her, because then she can immerse and then she can decide after a while, once she's ridden out her emotional wave around it. Because say she has a trial period of like ballet, for example, right? And she goes to the trial of the ballet and she loves the ballet, but there's a couple of girls that are mean to her there. So she needs to ride out the emotions of how she feels about the whole people being mean to her thing to get to the point of, well, I really love the ballet. So maybe yes to the ballet, but not this particular school. So yeah, giving her time and not putting pressure on her to make a decision either way. Very important. Yeah. So it's very important to know what your kid's design is.
I agree. It's game changer when you did all my kids' charts for me.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like I said, Charlie being the manifestor, and then my other 2, Isla and Oscar, being Manny Jennies, which is what I am too. So I can relate more. I'm a sacral emotion. What do you call it?
A sacral authority.
Sacral authority, but all 3 of my kids are emotional. So knowing that stuff, knowing that I need to give them time, let them process, like don't put anything on them last minute. Like when I was to say to my son, oh, do you want to join the school cricket team or whatever it was? I need to know by tomorrow to sign you up. That never worked, because he needs longer to think about things, because what he might feel about it one day, he might just as very well change his mind. So if he said yes immediately and then 2 days later it's like, absolutely not, I'm not doing that anymore. Meanwhile, I've signed him up and paid the fee. It's like, no. So I learned to give them as much notice as possible, and just knowing the differences between my 2 daughters, that I can't parent my children the same way. You have to have a different approach, and almost like just I'm a different parent to each of my 3 children.
Yeah, yeah. So important to recognize. Yeah. And understanding your own design and your kids' design and your husband's design.
Yep.
Like with Ash, like both Ash, your husband, and Lila, my daughter, both generators, and you and I being manifesting generators. We move quick. Like we are just like, just do it that way. Just get it out the way. Just get it done kind of thing. Whereas generators, they go step by step by step by step. They do it by the I know, and it's we get frustrated because we're like, can you just hurry this up?
You just move it along, mate.
Exactly. Like perfect example was I asked Lila to do lolly bags for Ashton's birthday party a couple of years back, and she's getting like she's putting one to make sure everyone got the perfect amount of snakes and jelly babies and
right.
And I was just like, no, just like this handful smash, handful smash, handful smash.
You get what you get.
Yeah, exactly. So, but understanding that she's a generator, she's going to want to do it by the steps. And same with Ash, just let him do his process, just let him do his thing. Yeah, interesting.
Because in my head, I've already decided that this is the best way to do something because I've trialed it, I've overthought it, I've done it this way, I've learned the lesson, and it's almost like I'm telling him, I'm going to save you all the effort of the experimentation because I've done it all and I'm here to tell you this is the most efficient, best way to do something. And he's looking at me like, there's more than one way to skin a cat, love. Like, I'm like, all right, I need to ease up. Okay.
But that's the gift to the world that manifesting generators have. We find the quickest way to get things done.
Right. Why wouldn't you want to do it that way?
Because we do skip steps. We do like take shortcuts. And sometimes they work really, really well and you find a really good way of doing things. Or we stuff it up and we have to like go back and redo it again, which frustrates the hell out of us. But when it does work, we find the quickest way to get things done and everyone learns from it. So, yeah. So he does need to listen to you.
You'd think so, right?
I know, right?
Yeah.
Whereas also having a manifesting generator husband can have its own frustrations as well because my husband will put himself in all sorts of precarious situations in the name of efficiency. And I'll be like, oh, my God, he's going to die. Like he'll get on the roof with his moccasin, like his ill-fitting moccasins on, and it's like, just put on a pair of shoes, please. Like in the name of quickness, he will take the shortcuts, and they can often look like he's about to die because he just wants to get it done quickly. So, and he finds like he'll do things like use whatever's around. So instead of going to get a screwdriver, he'll use like a good steak knife to unscrew something. And it's like, can you just like, we've got 6 steak knives. Can you just get your screwdriver? Like that, like the other day I bought a mop and he used and brand new. And I thought, I need a new mop. I bought a new mop. And I thought I was very proud of this mop. I'm finally going to mop the floors on a more regular basis. 2 days after buying the mop, he's used the mop head to sugar soak the walls down. And I'm like, because it's like one of those microfiber.
Yeah.
I'm like, could you have not just used like a $2 microfiber cloth that's under the sink? You had to use my new mop head. It's like, it's just because it was there. It's just because it was there. No other thought around it. Just it was there. And it's just like, it's just manifesting generator. It's the quickest way. The quickest way to get something done. So yeah. So both have their frustrations for sure.
Yeah, right. But look, that's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about, for sure.
It's all about.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, if you want a human design reading, if you want to know what your partner is, if you want to know what your kids are, hit me up because this is my jam. This is my jam. And looking at your chart as well, you've got 2 like gate 5s in your Neptune, which is all about patterns and sequences. So that's why you kind of like your order around the place as well. It's about cycles, patterns, understanding all of that. So that's very interesting as well. So yes, another little thing. Anyway.
So what was the thing about the circuitry?
Oh, so circuitry is how many separate groups of circuits you have in your human design.
So this is the tribal.
Yeah, so individual, tribal, and collective circuitry. But you can have different groups of circuitry. So if I was able, can you do screen sharing? And then just for those who are playing along at home, I'll send a request.
Yeah.
And I can show you what circuitry is all about. So, can I share now?
Mm-hmm.
cool. Let me see. So for those of you watching on YouTube, this will be gripping. Starting screen share will stop others' computer sound share. Yes, that's okay because we've done that, haven't we? So this is your human design chart. So you have got a single definition, which when it comes to your circuitry, which means that you have got, can I click on something over here that's going to stop that? Yes, good. So what that means is that your circuitry is all connected together. So you can see here, if we look here, we've got that channel is connected to this channel, is connected to, oops, a daisy, I've done it again. Hang on, let's go over here. Is connected to this and this, but there's no separation in it. There's no splits in it, right?
Okay.
Oh, hang on. How do I get that? Hang on. Right, go to that. How did I get to that? Hang on, go over here. That's better. Okay. So, yeah, so it's single. So it means that you've got just one lot of circuitry to move, process information through before you've got it, right?
Okay.
So I have got, so I've got split definition. So if we go to my chart, you'll see here that I've got a split definition. So you can see here that I've got a big bunch of circuitry here. So that's connected to that's connected to that. So,
yeah.
But it's got a split here, see? So it's not connected to that. And I've got another group of circuitry just here. So that means it's split. So I've got two lots of circuitry to move things through before I feel like I've processed everything.
Okay.
So even though I'm a sacral definition and I can go with my gut a yes or a no, I still take a little bit of time to make sure that I've understood fully what I'm saying yes or no to.
Mm.
So then you'll look at someone like Lila. So this is my daughter's chart. So she's got a triple split definition. So you can see here she's got one little group of circuitry here. Then she's got another group of circuitry here. And then separate, she's got another group of circuitry here. But they're all disconnected from each other.
That's the way the energy centers are joined.
That's right, yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah. So that's a triple split. So she needs a bit more time to process things because she's got three lots of circuitry to move through. Now, it gets interesting when you start to take into account planetary transits and if you are in other people's aura who has gates that can hook up your energy. So someone with a triple split is good in, if you need to consider making decisions, good to be in the aura of other people because you might actually hook up with other people's energies that can bridge those splits.
Right.
So you can hook up with people who can, say if Lila, came across someone with a gate 6, that would hook up that energy, this group of energy to that group of energy. But for someone like Lila, would be hard to get together all her energies because she's got a massive gap here. Like, see how that would take a lot to, well, I suppose it would only take the gate 12 to bridge that split.
Right,
But
okay.
it's a big gap.
So, for instance, like her spleen to throat being not connected.
Yeah.
If she had a spleen to throat connected friend.
Yes, or if she had someone who had the gate 20 defined, which is this one here, that would bridge that split, and then she would actually have this access to her splenic energy, which is her intuition and her, I mean, we've always got access to everything, but consistent access to it with someone who's got that 20. So it's very cool. So it can get very complicated, but yeah, as a general rule, she needs a bit more time to process.
Because her energy centers are more separated.
Well, the groups of energy she has are a little bit more disconnected.
Got it.
So it takes a while to push through. But then if you want to see something really cool.
Yes, I do.
We have got, so those splits, so single split are quite common. Triple split is a little less common. Quadruple split is like 0.8% of the population. So I have got one client, Jacinta, who you might know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure she won't mind us sharing her screen. Look at her, like she is lit. She has got every single center defined but her throat.
Right.
And she's a quadruple split, which is very rare. It's only like 0.8 of the population, but you can see here, there's a group of circuitry there. So that's one.
Mm-hmm.
She's got number 2 joined the ego to the spleen. So that's number 2. Then she's got another group here, the G to the sacral.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got another group here, the emotional solar plexus to the root.
Mm.
So they're all lit, but they're all disconnected. So she's got 4 groups of circuitry to move things through. So,
and is that the maximum you could have? There's no 5.
There's no 5. Yeah, no. Quad is the most you can get. And so she's not only a generator, so she does step by step. She's also emotional, which means that she needs to ride at her wave. Plus, she's quadruple split, so she needs lots of time to process.
Oh, she's a 5-1 like me.
Yeah, 5-1 generator. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so she's very cool. So, but she does need.
It's fascinating. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is the definitions. But yeah, very cool to see.
Very cool.
Yeah. Or one last one, another really cool chart. This is I'm just nerding out now, so just mind me. Veronica. Oh, hang on, I've got her. What's Ronnie's? Maybe I'll put her down as Ronnie. There we are, Ronnie Pierce. Check out her chart. Boom! Look at that. Every single.
Oh, it's not shared anymore.
Oh, sorry, hang on. Yeah, let's try. Oh no, hang on, that's not working. Stop share. Hang on. Share this one. Here we go. Every single center defined.
Wicked.
She is a big energy, this girl. She is very, like, when she walks into a room, you know it. Like, so she's got like every center defined. She's got 11 channels, like crazy energy.
Oof.
So yeah, very cool. So yeah, another cool chart.
Oh, you must love looking up charts.
I know, I do. I nerd out.
Yes.
So, yeah, but it's good fun. Excellent. Yeah. So if you want human design readings, come at me.
Highly recommend. Knowing all this stuff is game changing. Love it.
It's 100%. So it's kind of like, I mean, obviously laws of manifestation, universal energetics are the same for everyone. But when you know your human design, it's kind of like knowing the model and make of the car that you've got to drive through this life experience with. So, you know, all cars are cars, but some are made for speed, some are made for 4-wheel driving, some are made for comfort. Like, it's just knowing what vehicle you have and using the specs of that vehicle to your best advantage.
Yeah, like you don't go 4-wheel driving in a Lamborghini.
Exactly, right. Because like Lamborghinis aren't made for 4-wheel driving. So yeah, Lamborghinis are made for speed. So manifestors are like Lamborghinis, generators are like 4-wheel drives.
There you go.
So,
Love it.
Very cool. Anyway, so
meanwhile, we're like the mum wagons. What?
Yeah, many gens are like, I would say we were like the sporty.
I think we cross lots of genres, right?
Yeah, I think we like the sporty SUV. Like we're made for comfort and we're practical, but we're okay for city driving as well.
Yeah,
like we're a good all rounder.
Very versatile.
Yes. We're fuel efficient. Like, yeah, we can get shit done quickly. Like, yeah, I think that's us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Generators are more diesel.
Well, I've got a Mitsubishi Outlander, so I think that sums that up, right?
Perfect. That's exactly what you are.
Okay.
Oh,
if you want more of this, share your car and we can work out.
We'll work out what you are. Oh my God.
Work out what you are.
Ideal.
Okay. All right.
Like your car. Yeah, tell me what car you've got and I will.
You tell me your car and we'll tell you what type you are.
We'll let you know what you
Can we test this? Would anyone be brave enough to let us know? Okay.
Yeah, I reckon Tonya would be in on this as well, and Cherie.
Yeah. Have you done their charts though?
I've done Cherie. Cherie's my coaching client, but Tonya's I haven't.
Tonya, come
Yeah,
on. Friend of the show, Tonya.
Yeah.
We're ready for you, babe.
Excellent. Yeah, God, this will be funny for sure. I wonder what I'd have to have a good think about what projectors are. Yeah. Absolutely, yeah, it'll be fun. Projectors would be like European cars, like
I was going to say something a bit more like very good looking,
yes,
functional.
Yes. But if anything goes wrong,
they want to look good in front of other people.
Yeah, they're a little bit more expensive to repair, a little bit rarer. So it's like European cars. They're not uncommon to see, but when you see one, you're like, oh, that's a Fiat.
Nice.
That's interesting. Yeah. So yeah, they're the Fiats or the Peugeots.
Yeah, there you go.
Funny, excellent, cool beans. All right. So what's So are we shall we do a what's the buzz? What's new for you? What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. What's the buzz? Bye. Lila's going now. So yeah, what's the buzz?
What's the buzz? Well, I did have my
your past life thing.
My quantum healing. What is it? Quantum
healing.
Hypnosis healing technique.
Tell me about that. What happened?
Wow. Oh my God, it was so good. And
I forgot that you'd had that done.
Yeah, that was a week and a half ago.
Awesome.
So good.
I need lipstick for this. Yes.
Yeah, do. So it was amazing. So this woman, her name was Sarah, was the facilitator. So she does all sorts of energy work as well, but this is her thing that she's getting into. So I went to her house. She's got a lovely home studio set up. I was there for 7 hours.
Yeah. It takes a while.
Yeah. And so my husband's like, what do you mean you'll be there for 7 hours to be hypnotized? It's like, yeah. But the way it works is you basically, I think we spent the first 3 hours just talking.
Yeah.
Where she basically, because she was not a friend of mine. Like, I don't know this woman. She's never met me before.
Yeah.
So it's understanding a lot of childhood stuff or adolescent stuff, where she really wants to understand. So when my subconscious or higher self come online and I'm free talking, she knows which are the things to tap into to extract the information that's going to help me right here in this life now. Like stuff from past lives that I might be showing up now as things to watch out for, or aspects that need a bit of explanation or healing around them.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of talking. Then we took a little break, hydrated and so forth. And then we got to it. And she did tell me afterwards that I was the longest person that she had under and was talking to. It was 1 hour and 45 minutes.
Wow.
And she said mostly it's maybe around an hour or so of and it was all recorded. I've got it on a USB stick. So part of the process is listening to it back and understanding, because I do feel like I recall most of the session. However, she said it's really important to listen to it back at least twice. I have listened to it back once. I need to do it again, actually. I need to set aside 1 hour and a half to do do that.
You hate a chat. You hate a chat.
Yeah, right. But yes, anyway, it was super fascinating. So because look, we've all got multiple past lives. I put my hand up. We don't have none of us are really new to this earth in that way. We've all got multiple past lives. So it's the one that comes up is the one that's most beneficial for you to know right here, right now, with what you might be experiencing, because we all have different stuff that comes up constantly. Like a couple of years ago, I might have been going through something else, and a different past life might have come up to teach me something in the here and the now. So So when I first dropped into, so, you go through this process to get you into the state that you need to be to access that part of your brain that does this, the subconscious. So by the time we got on that, she's, you know, she does a bit about look down, what are you wearing, what's on your feet,
Yeah,
like,
what's
so,
on your
and
feet? Yeah, I remember that.
yeah. So I remember to try and establish, I guess, a bit of a timeline, or depending on how you're dressed, it might indicate where you're from or what you're doing or what's your station in
What
life.
year? Yep, all that sort of thing.
Yes. So I was a little girl with like a gingham dress and a pinafore type thing on, with shiny shoes and little lacy socks. And I was about to perform some kind of, you know, dance around the maypole type thing.
Oh,
So
cool.
I haven't actually, weirdly, I haven't looked up what time was that a really popular thing. I felt like it was well over 100 years ago, though. That
Yeah.
was my vibe on it. Because then all of a sudden it's like there's something else going on in the town or the village. It was like a village. There's something else going on that everyone was like, instead of looking at the girls, which I was one of, all of the attention got put over. And it was a very unusual, it's like we were like the side act to the main event. And then the main event was, there was this woman who was being persecuted for speaking up against a man. And
Oh,
she was literally like in a cloak, covered, and she was about to die.
wow.
And I
I
was
just
an
feel.
observer to this.
Mm.
And I was like, what's happening? What's going on? Why? And she was like trying to defend herself or to question, why does the man get away with what?
Mm.
Why is she taking the brunt of um, the wrath, I guess, for
Yeah.
something like,
Yeah.
you know, being a scapegoat for
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
bad that happened.
Mm-hmm.
And no one was listening to her because it was against a powerful man.
Mm-hmm.
And she basically, that was the end of her.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
so then we moved, because I was
Rattled.
shaking. I
Yeah.
was very rattled by that as a, I don't know, like an 8-year-old girl or something.
Yeah.
And then we
Yeah.
moved forward in that lifetime, but we moved forward to, I was then late teens, maybe around 20. And I was in a group of women that we used to meet secretly. And we used to tell stories, a bit like women's circle stuff. Like we used to tell
Mm-hmm.
stories, we used to keep traditions alive. We would always listen to each other, we'd always validate each other. And it's the talking and the sharing and the letting people know that it's okay to question authority. So I was getting that was my adolescence,
So
was
is this as the same girl?
same lifetime.
Right.
Yes,
Yep. Yep.
yes. And um then she fast forwarded again to when I was an old woman. Like I think she said, move forward to the last day that you're alive in this lifetime
Yeah.
and tell me what's happening now.
Mm-hmm.
So then by then I was an old lady, well, old for like maybe, I don't know, old for that time of
Yeah. Yeah.
not what we think is old, but maybe 60s, I don't know.
Yeah.
Grey hair. I was very highly respected, and people came to me for advice, and I would always know the right thing to say to them.
Mm.
And I kept traditions alive within the women. So it
Okay.
was, and so just having the stories that kept getting told and having women particularly connect to each other
Mm-hmm.
was the most beneficial part of that village life, because
Wow. So you're
you
like
know
a
when the
sage.
women rise up, everyone does well.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah. So you're like the sage of the village.
Yeah,
Like, yeah,
so I had, and I love that because that's been coming up a lot for me now, about women and why, you know, matriarchal
I
sister
know. We
living.
love, we love, like, we try not to get angry about this sort of thing, but
Yeah,
you and I especially, we love diving into the patriarchy and the indifference in workloads, and like we love books like The Wife Drought, and that
yes,
just shows the imbalance of the
yes,
workload and of just societal expectations between men and women and the
yeah,
unfairness of it. And even though we don't really allow it to anger up our blood, we'll send each other reels all the time, which
yeah,
is like, look at this. Like it's just like
the
it
injustice.
just shows the injustice, absolutely. And interestingly, like just us doing your human design, then you've got that what I call the Mother Teresa link.
Oh yeah,
Channel, which is all about looking after the tribe. So it's a tribal channel. So it's all about looking after the tribe, looking after the young, looking after the elderly. But very strong in that channel is all about traditions and keeping traditions alive as well. So that's a big part of your path in life as well.
So I felt that was very good to see that. I wasn't expecting that. Obviously, you don't know what you're going to expect, right? Because I'd love to have another session where I go to another life at some point, but that's for another time. But and then after that so that was nearly an hour's worth of stuff, and then she's like, okay, so and then she asked, well, what was the relevance of Amelia knowing
what are you learning
that now, like, and it was like, yes, to calm that the rage that I occasionally feel when I hear the stories of injustice. I thought that's exactly why that's appeared for me right now. And it's not in any way, it's not man bashing whatsoever. I love men, but the whole point is just keeping women's stories alive. And seeing them. I see you, I hear you, I'm here for you. And so I thought that was awesome. I love that.
And understanding, I think, as well, that the power of women, not from like just understanding that men and women, they've both got different superpowers, but I think these superpowers of women have not been valued nearly as much as that they should have been in the last 1,000 years, because it's our intuition, it's our knowing, it's our heart that is our superpower. Whereas men's superpower has been overly idolized with the action and the logic and the doing and the strategy. But the balance has been out of kilter. So it's about acknowledging females' superpower as the inner knowing, as the intuition, and not undervaluing that as well, I think is what's really important as well. Because we don't earn money, it hasn't been valued. And that's where the out of kilterness and the injustice has kind of come up for it, I think.
Correct. And so I loved that. So I feel that that's part of why it was shown to me, is that's part of what I'm here to do, is to help women rise, which I love. I love that. So I'm feeling that almost, you probably know what I'm talking about too, Kez, when we talk about the collective consciousness, and it is rising.
Absolutely.
Like I feel it. I feel the rising. So it's great.
Yeah, I love it. And it just really, it sounds like what I'm hearing is it's tapped into the power of your purpose.
Yes.
So much more as well. And fan the flames that were already there, but it's just like, right, this has just solidified that and grounded me in this a lot more now, that like, yes, this is what I'm here to do. Because it's so, like, your life purpose, like going back to your human design, is that cross of healing.
And
what that is all about is healing yourself first, and then from that healed place, you are able to heal others. So
a big part of me
comes together.
A big part of me was healed through that session, which what I'm talking about. So
that's awesome. Excellent. Oh, that's beautiful. That's an awesome What's the buzz?
And what about you? What's buzzing up you at the moment?
What's the buzz? Kindness is the buzz. Kindness is the buzz for me this week. So interestingly, we've had sewage works going on down the side of our house for months now, right? And it's right now, it vibrates the whole house at times. And as a night duty worker, in my past life, that would have really frustrated me. I would have been complaining to everyone. I would have made it a big deal, put a whole heap of excess importance on it that didn't need to be. But we got a letter to say that this was happening. So I thought, okay, well, I can't do anything about this. What can I do? So I bought headphones that sort of wrap around your head so I can go to sleep listening to things. And it's actually been fine. Like it's not been an issue. Access to our driveway has been restricted, but they just move their trucks. I go in, I go out. Like, it's no big deal, really. Have a joke with them as we're going up and down the driveway. Like, one time they were like halfway across the driveway. I'm like, mate, you're taking the piss now. Like, look at this. You guys, I know. We're overstepping up. Like, we have a joke. Like, it's been okay.
Did you make them all bacon and egg rolls or something one morning?
I thought this is a business opportunity. I could make
that's what it was.
rolls and like sell them for $10. Yeah. Didn't end up doing that. Thought, food restriction, there's probably hygiene standards that I would not adhere to.
Look, even just a packet of party pies probably would have gone down well.
Probably. So anyway, a couple of weeks ago, was getting my nails done, and Lila was home, and she's FaceTimes me, and she goes, Mum, we've got a situation. Pans over and sees water gushing out from under her bathroom hand basin. And I'm like, oh, crap. Like, this is an insurance policy. This is an insurance claim. Like, no doubt. God. I'm like, yeah. And so I got my nails done just enough to be able to get home. And I said, I'm on the phone. I said, just grab all the towels you can. Just put them in there. I'll be there in a minute. So anyway, as I went down the driveway, I'm like yelling out the window, help, to the work guys. And I got out the car and I said, did you guys do anything to the pipes? I said, there's water gushing out in our house everywhere. And they're like, oh. And I said, can you turn our water off at the mains? Because the mains is at the front. So a guy turned that off. I wouldn't have known how to do that. And then he was at the door and he's like, are you all right? Has it stopped? And I said, yeah. I said, can you come and have a look? And so he comes in and he's like, oh, yeah. All it was like a $20 pipe that was made of like mesh that had worn through and water was gushing everywhere. I wouldn't have known that though. And it would have been like an insurance claim with $1,000 excess, which I just don't have. And it would have been a disaster. So instead of like half a dozen towels to wash, it would have been much worse. So that was like, thank God you guys were here, because I said, was this you guys? He goes, no, this is something that just would have happened anyway. So
they were there for you.
Exactly. And I was like, oh, wow. So I thought, that's so kind. So that's kindness act number 1 given to me.
Yes.
As a joke, a couple of days before that, he goes, do you or your husband drink? And I said, oh, we don't mind the odd scotch here and there. He goes, you know what, we're going to buy you a nice bottle of something because you guys have been so good to us. You're like, letting us use your driveway and stuff. And I said, oh, don't be stupid. I said, it's just your job, la, 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 la. And anyway, sure as eggs, last Friday, they give us a bottle of Dimple, like the good stuff.
I know Dimple, right? Yeah.
So I was like, oh, thank you very much. I said it completely unnecessary, but thank you very much. So I thought,
received.
Number 2, thank you very much. And then 2 days ago, me and Lila were sitting watching TV, and we had the lounge room window open, and we heard this massive crack. And we've got a lot of trees around, and I thought, that tree branch is cracked and fallen. And we heard this, and we thought maybe someone swung on the branch of a leaf and the tree cracked. And so we looked out the window, couldn't see anything. Then Lila goes to the kitchen. She's like, oh, Mum, there's a guy, like he's fallen off his bike down the end of the track. And so I went, and I looked, and he's there, and you can just see him, he's dazed. He's like looking around, and I was like, oh, God. So I grabbed my phone. I went down, and I said, are you all right? And he's like, oh, yeah. And his shoulder is like this. He goes, yeah, I think I'm all right. And I said, I don't think you are, mate. I said, so he stacked it into a pile of dirt that the workers had left at the end of the bike tray. Didn't see it. He's just smashed right into it, gone over his handlebars and it's a very steep hill. And he goes, I think I've broken my shoulder or my collarbone or something.
Dislocated it or something?
Yeah, no, well, I ended up driving him home. He lived about 1 kilometre away, so he wouldn't have been able to walk it. So I took his bike into the house, drove him home, and I said, and he goes, my wife will be home in a minute. She'll take me to the hospital, all good. So anyway, I got his phone number so he could come pick up his bike. He ended up breaking his collarbone and 3 ribs, if you don't hardly mind. But, yeah, luckily I happened to see him. Otherwise, I don't know what would have – he didn't have a phone on him.
But he crashed in front of a nurse's house.
I know. Well, not that I could help him with his broken bone, but it was like, can I help you? Like, what can I do? Yes. But, yeah, the bike, he would have had to have left there, and it was like an oogie boogie, like $12,000, carbon fibre bike. Yeah. So I would have had to left that there. So, yeah, so act of kindness number 3. So that's the buzz. Kindness is the buzz.
I love it. Yeah. Always cool to be kind.
It is cool to be kind, right?
I know.
So that's the buzz, past lives and kindness.
Yeah.
Love it.
That's something I always try and instill in the kids. It's like, you don't have to like someone. You don't have to, be everyone's best friend, but you do have to treat people with kindness. Yeah. That's important for me.
That whole do unto others business. So yeah.
So,
and it just highlights as well, like those guys, the council workers who were doing those works, how often must they run into people who are awful to them for them to be so grateful to us for just being human beings that they give us like a really nice bottle of scotch. Like they must run into some pretty horrible people if by contrast us just being normal deserved this. So it was I mean,
how many people would have thought, when you got the message at the nail salon that the house is flooding, how many people would have screamed up the driveway, yelled at them as they're going into the house, you dickheads, what have you done? Like instantly, without curiosity, you've just cast judgment immediately. They must have done something. And for you to not go down that route and be curious.
I mean, to be fair, my first thought was they've done something. But,
but you didn't go in all guns blazing.
I said, have you done something? Because this is what's happened. So, absolutely. So
they're willing to help because you've come at them in a curious way rather than a judgmental way.
And fed the piggy banks throughout the fortnight or the months before as well by being nice in the first place. If I was horrible to them, they'd be like, sort your own shit out, lady. But
correct. Yeah.
Nice. They were like they wanted to help. So
Or maybe they if you're a bit rude, they might have tapped a main sewer line a bit harder.
That's right. Yeah. Well, they might have turned the mains up instead of off.
Right.
Who knows? Anyway, have we got a scenario? Should we do one? We've been on for a little while now.
We have. This is an hour long. All right. Should we? I'm wondering whether that one's the one I had lined up could be a little bit long. What do you think?
It's going to be long, I think. Yeah.
I do have a shorter one. Let's do a shorter one.
A 10-minute quick fix.
All right. Because the other one was screenshots over about 5 screens. So this one's all on one screen.
Okay. Good.
All right. So this is one of the am I the a-hole scenarios. Okay. Am I the a-hole for refusing to split the dinner bill because my dish was half the price of the others? Last week I went to dinner with work colleagues. The agreement was for everyone just to order whatever they wanted. I ordered a more standard dish and a drink, which came to about $32. Most people ordered appetizers, expensive dishes, desserts, and various drinks, and the bill for the whole table came to over $400. When the waiter bought the bill, someone suggested just splitting it equally amongst the people that were there. I said I didn't think that was fair, seeing as I'd literally spent much less than less than half of what they had spent. And I explained politely, but then the atmosphere got really strange. And some colleagues said that the fun is in the sharing and that I was being cheap. I ended up only paying for what I consumed and left a good tip. But since then, I feel like some people are avoiding me in the office. One of them even commented that I ruined the night and that adults know how to split the bill without complaining. I was really uncomfortable paying almost double what I spent, but now I'm wondering, should I have just shut up and paid up?
Well, that's interesting because she did say at the start of that the arrangement was to split everything across the...
Well, no, just to order what the arrangement was to order whatever you wanted, it said.
Okay.
The agreement was for everyone to order what they wanted. So there was no... It wasn't agreed at the start how the payment would go.
Okay. Because that, to me, I would assume if everyone said just order what you want, I would always, whenever I go out with friends or anything, I always set it up beforehand and say, are we just paying for what we have, or does this place split bills? Like that would be, I usually do that like right from the get-go. And oftentimes you'll go to a place that just splits the bill. So I feel like
I regularly do a dinner thing with my girlfriends and we just pay for what we order. I ordered this, I pay for this.
Yeah.
Same with drinks. Yeah.
I think if it was prearranged, like that to me, like if everyone says just order whatever you want, that to me presupposes that they're just going to split it, 5 ways or 10 ways or however many people are there. Like that to me would presuppose that. But yeah, I would, yeah, it depends. Yeah, was it worth the $20 or whatever it was that she saved to have bad blood amongst all of her co-workers now?
Mm.
Is a real question, isn't it?
But I guess the expectation that you're supplementing their three-course meal and multiple drinks, where you've just had one simple meal and one drink, that would piss me off too, I think.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I feel like it's something that should have been agreed upon beforehand.
Yes.
Yeah, I
It's
think.
funny because I've done work meals where the business, like the office, has said, all right, we're all going out for lunch or whatever.
Mhm.
And I think my supervisor said, it's okay, the office is paying.
Mhm.
And then one of the guys there, I just stuck to my normal, whatever it was, burger, or I can't remember what I had, just standard regular.
Yeah.
One of the guys ordered like a $50 main course, and we're all looking at him like, are you friggin' what? Like my burger was maybe $20 or something, and he
Yeah,
orders a
yeah.
$50 whiting or something.
Yeah. There's always someone that's going to
And the
take.
boss actually said, are you taking the piss? Like,
Yeah.
would you have paid for that, or are you only ordering that because you know you're not paying for it? Because
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
so then they came up with the rule. They said they're never going to offer to pay
Mm.
until like the last minute, just to see first what, like, if you think
Yeah.
you're paying for
Thinking good.
yourself,
Yeah.
if you think you're paying for yourself, you're probably going to be a bit more conservative than
Yeah.
if you think you're getting the free meal. It's you go to town on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah. Cheeky, isn't it? Yeah.
yeah.
I would say, okay, if I was in this particular scenario,
Mm,
what I would do is I'm pretty much, I'm neither here nor there. If it's an extra $30 or whatever, I think in 5 years' time, this $30 is not going to matter. If I need to work with these people, and if that's what everyone's happy to do, then it would be, I could be on me that I didn't order the three-course meal, and I would just be happy to pay the extra $30 or $40. And that's, I know not everyone would be happy to do that, but for me personally, I'd be like, if I'm going to spend the next 3, 4, 5 years with these people, this $40 is not going to mean much in the grand scheme of things to keep the peace and to keep everyone kind of, in a jovial kind of
mhm.
place with each other.
So
And
you'd rather pay, for instance, $80 than the $32 that you consumed?
um,
Because
we
if
just
the bill, yeah.
if it was, I mean, I'm saying that's $40 or $50. Like an extra $80 is a bit of a
Mm,
bloody stretch. But if we're talking 30 or 40, $50,
mm,
I'd be happy to go up to that, I think. But if that was the case, I'd be saying, look, I know we're splitting it 5 ways, but like I only bought a $30 meal. My deal is now going to be $80. I said, look, I'm happy to pitch in an extra $20 or so, but like this, that's a big and like they would probably be like, yeah, okay, yeah, we were taking the piss a bit or whatever.
mm,
But yeah, I would just, yeah, I'd be happy to cop a little bit extra on the chin, but to probably to the amount of like $50, and I'd be like, after that, I'd be like, nah, that's all
mm,
I'm paying up to, guys. Yeah. So yeah, I would be happier to cop more on the chin than what this lady did in
mm.
the bigger picture of maintaining the relationships of my work colleagues.
Right. So
Um,
that cost is okay to pay for the sake of peaceful relations at work.
yeah, and I don't want to come from a place of like I'm making myself quieter and small to keep the peace. I'm
Mm,
doing it as an investment
hmm
on my relationship with these people if I know I'm going to be spending more time with them. So that's
mm,
the angle that I'm looking at it from. It's an
hmm
investment in our relationship, not I'm just going to do this to keep the peace.
hmm
So that would be the angle that I would come from. And then I would learn
hmm
next time, next dinner out, I'm going to set the ground rules down and say, I'm only, I think this time let's all just pay for what we have. So that's what I would do.
I was going to say, so what precedent are you setting up for the next time when they all think, great, great,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
because they got a discount basically. They ended
Yeah.
up
Yeah.
paying less than what they consumed
Mm-hmm.
because you've subsidized them.
Yes, this one instance. But then the next
Mm,
time, when the invite goes out, go, absolutely, I'd love to come. this time I'm just making sure, I'll just say, look, I got my pants pulled down a little bit last dinner, so I just want to put it out there that I'm happy to come, but I'm just going to be paying for what I've got. So then everyone knows straight off the bat, this is what's going to be happening from here on in.
Right.
So I wouldn't make a big deal about it at the time. I would cop the extra $50 on the chin as an investment in the relationship for the people I'm working with. But next time it happened, I'd be like, okay, absolutely. I said, but I think this time we should all just pay for what we bought.
Well, maybe what I would do, probably now that you've said that, I think that's a really good idea. As the investment in the future, because I didn't think about it like that, investment in sort of keeping the peace in the workplace. So you're not that person.
Yeah.
That, you're not the fun police.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I would hate to have that reputation of being cheap as well. Like I'm more than happy to pay for what I've eaten plus then some. But if I'm going to get taken advantage of, that's when I think that's not fair. Yeah. So I would then maybe think, all right, that was fun. Let's do that again, and purposely go to a place where you order at the bar and you pay as you order.
Yeah.
There's no, that you're forcing it to be pay as you go.
Yeah. And that's a really good way, like especially like with meals and then pay at the bar, that's kind of thing. Because drinks are usually the thing that gets you. Like, some person's going to have like a soda water. The next person's going to have a $25 cocktail.
Or a couple.
There's a big difference in that, right? So, even if you like split the food like equally, but pay for your own drinks, that's a good arrangement as well. So, yeah, I would, if I was her, I would have copped this one on the chin, but then would have set as an investment in the relationship, the work relationship. But yeah, next time I'd say, yeah, that's a great idea. I'd love to come. But this time, can we do this?
Right.
Yeah.
Or if they're insistent on splitting the bill again, just say, maybe I'll sit this one out. Thanks. I've got something else happening.
Yeah. And
if you can't agree with it.
Yeah. And I would establish that before putting myself in the situation of, now I have to choose. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because the last thing we want is awkwardness or weirdness at the work and people talking and making judgments or assumptions of cheapness.
Yeah. I've actually got a little bit of a situation like that at the moment, and I'm going to address it for sure. So I already know what I'm going to do about it, but it's an interesting scenario. So there's a ward at work that I work on quite regularly in charge. So I help them out when they haven't got anyone to be in charge of their ward. And in the morning, the usual nurse manager will, there's an expectation there that she does a full ward round with the nurse in charge from night duty. So she wants to go into each person's room, make sure everything's, above board and everyone's doing what they're meant to be doing with each patient. This is a very long process. And I finished at 7:30. And there was this one morning where she wanted to go through this whole process and I didn't get out till 8. And oftentimes in nursing, there's an assumption that that's just you're in this job because you care, so you're not getting paid for that sort of thing. I don't apply.
Out of the goodness of your heart,
exactly. And like,
so this is for the handover.
Yes.
Right.
So, and I don't buy into that anymore. I think that is a crock of shit, especially now that I'm casual. I'm like, I'm getting paid for that. So I actually ring the office and say, just to let you know, I didn't get out until 8 o'clock to make sure that I get paid for that half an hour. But a lot of people who work on the ward, part-time, full-time, they're not going to speak up for the peace of the ward because they don't want to rock the boat and la la la. But this happens all the time. Like this is taking the piss, right? So anyway, the one time I got held back till 8, the next night I ran into what's called our resource nurse, who's like, she's the person who goes around and helps out all the wards, like if you need an extra hand. And she goes, how was your night the other night on such and such? And I said, it was good, but bloody, I got made to stay back till bloody 8. I said, it's ridiculous. She makes us do this full round. And so I just had a bit of a whinge to her. Well, she goes back and tells the ward that Kerry said this. She's not happy to work here anymore. Like la 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 la. And so it's all starting to filter out now. So I've gone in charge there a few times this week, and a few of them have said, I've heard that you weren't happy that you got kept back. I said, no, I wasn't happy I got kept back. I said, how did you find out? Oh, such and such told us. And I went, oh, okay. Not thinking, I thought, fine, whoever knows. I wasn't happy. And then, then oh, I heard you weren't happy the other day. I heard you don't want to work here anymore. I said, who said I didn't want to work here anymore? I said, I love working here. They said, oh, it's not what such and such said. They said that. And I'm just like, oh, I forgot. So now it's like escalated into this where I don't want to work there anymore, la, la, la. So, yeah, so I'm going to actually talk to, I think this nurse manager can be quite, I don't want to say intimidated. I think people are intimidated. I don't think people are
dramatic.
Yeah, I think she's just intimidating. Like she's very straight down the line, very rigid, I would say. Lovely, but yeah, likes to go by the book.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I was going to actually say something to her because I just wanted to clear the air and say, look, if I don't think anyone would say anything to her because they're all a little bit intimidated by her, and by them saying that I wasn't unhappy, it would then therefore come across that they may not be happy as well, and she might question that. So no one.
So they're jumping on board your train.
Yeah. Yeah. So they all agree with me, but they're not going to say anything to her.
Yes. So you've become the spokesperson.
It looks like it. So I was actually going to confront it.
Yes.
The other morning because I worked on the Tuesday night going into Wednesday, and I had to hand over to her, but I was already 15 minutes late for something that I was doing. That's something that I hadn't done. I had to chase up. So that was okay because that was my fault. It wasn't anything to do with her. But I was going to confront it, but we're already over time anyway. So I thought, I'm not going to confront it now. But I thought, should I put it in an email or should I just say? So now I'm in that space of, do I email her with this? And all I'm going to say is that I just want to clear the air. A few of your staff has said to me that they heard that I wasn't happy to work because of one occasion when I was kept over. Just want you to know, in case it gets back to you, that is not the case. I complained to one person in passing and it's just blown up into this thing. So I just want to make it clear that I am very happy to work here, but I'm happy to work here until 7:30 and then go home again. So do I email that or do I actually just tell her?
When would you be likely to see her next?
I'm going to be working there again next week at some stage.
A lot can be said in corridors between now and then.
But this, I complained to this girl probably about 2 months ago, I reckon. So it's started to filter through now to the staff.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Is that a breach of confidence of what you said to her?
It's just gossip. It's just, she's just a blabbermouth. She was just a blabbermouth. And I didn't even think when I said something to her that she would it wasn't even worth, I didn't even think it was worth repeating to anyone, but yeah, she did. So. Yeah.
So you were just frustrated and venting, so was it even a complaint or just voicing your frustration, maybe?
Voicing the frustration of God,
because when you say complaint, it feels sinister almost, or not sinister.
I mean, it was probably probably a bit of a whinge, really. It was just like, it's a pain. It was a pain in the ass that I had to stay back until 8. This thing that seemed so totally unnecessary.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Maybe, voicing frustration sounds better than saying complaint, though.
Yeah.
It's up to you. Like if you think I like face to face. The more I understand things can be taken out of context, just with words. But you're good with words and soften things beautifully. So maybe it's good to have it in writing to address it.
Yeah. Well, I might I'll see next week. If I have the opportunity to talk to her about it next week, I will take it. But if I've run overtime again and I don't get the chance to, then I'll do an email next week. I think I'm just going to do that. Yeah. So there you go. Problem solved. But I will.
There you go.
The long and the short of it is, though, I am not afraid of the confrontation that it might cause.
Right. Yes.
Because I just am not scared of scary conversations anymore.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, that's the good thing.
That is a good thing. And anyone that you can help out, in the ripple effect of that is a good thing too. Because like you said, being casual and having 2 or 3 shifts a week or whatever is different to a full-timer there all the time where they might be staying small for their own reasons, but also equally feeling the resentment.
Exactly. So, and I'm definitely not going to be throwing anyone under the bus in my conversation. I'm going to say, and such said the same thing too. And everyone who's in charge, they all say the same thing. Like, there's not going to be any of that. I'm just going to say my piece. It's up to them to then say their piece.
Stick to the facts.
Yeah. And it might just
facts.
alert her to the fact of, oh, yeah, I am keeping these people back unnecessarily, and no, they're not getting paid for it. And it might just alert her to the fact, give her some awareness around what she's doing, because she
other people's time is important too.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. So there you go. And as I have learned very recently, when you speak your truth, there are a lot of benefits to it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because people see things in a perspective that they would not have otherwise seen. So, yeah.
Because, again, like if you have an emotion, like a frustration being an emotion over this, or a little bit of anger even, or whatever it happens to be for you, by not processing it, by not speaking it, by not having it in motion, it will stick itself somewhere in your body.
Yeah, it festers. Yeah.
So good. Keep it flowing.
Absolutely. And good to vent, but yeah, make sure that the person that you vent to is not someone who goes all around the hospital and then tells everyone everything. That can be blown completely out of proportion. Like, as I said, I didn't even think it was worth repeating to anybody, but she must have to everybody. So who knows?
There you go.
Won't be doing that again. Live and learn.
There you go.
Oh, better go, Millsy, because we have kept these people for long enough.
I know. I got to skedaddle. So,
good fun though.
I know. Covered a lot.
Yeah, covered a lot.
Yeah,
for sure.
All right, so friends of the show, thanks for hanging in there.
Yes.
So if you do want to make a comment or reach out to us, if you have a scenario like what Kez just came to us with, if you've got a scenario that you want some help breaking it down or giving a few options as to how you deal with it, or if you want to tell us what kind of car you drive, and we'll try and suss you out that way.
Yeah.
We're here for it.
Yes. So yeah, definitely tell me what car you drive. And then, give us your birth details. So all I need to know for human design is when you were born, what time, if you've got it, date and place, and I can work out your human design from that. And, but tell me your car first, and then I'll see what you might be. That'll be fun.
Could we do I drive an Outlander, but my dream car might be a Porsche Carrera. What does that say about me?
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Right. I like that. Yeah.
Throw it at us. Let's see what we can play with. Because we like things to respond to, right?
Absolutely. That's us. Excellent. All right then, my darling. Thank you for listening, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.